Do you ever feel like money has a personal grudge against you? Like every time you try to save, an unexpected bill appears out of nowhere, waving at you like, "Hey buddy, remember me?" It's almost as if money knows exactly when you're starting to get comfortable, and then it vanishes like a magician's rabbit. You check your account balance, blink twice, and whisper, "Where did it go?" And money, oh money, stays silent, smug, mysterious, playing hard to get. Let me tell you something. Money is not your enemy. It's not avoiding you. It's simply obeying the energy and command you've been unconsciously giving it. You see, money doesn't have emotions, but it does have intelligence. It's a spirit, and like every spirit in this universe, it listens, it reacts, and it responds to the vibration you project. Now I know, that might sound a little mystical, but stay with me, because once you understand how to command the spirit of money, not beg it, not chase it, but command it, everything begins to change. You stop feeling broke, even before your bank balance catches up. You start attracting opportunities, deals, ideas, and people that align with abundance. And most importantly, you stop feeling like life is one long game of financial hide and seek. Here's the truth. Many people have unknowingly developed a poor relationship with money. They speak about it like a toxic ex. Money doesn't stay with me. I never have enough. As soon as it comes, it disappears. And then they wonder why money keeps ghosting them. Imagine being money for a second. Would you stay around someone who talks about you like that? Probably not. Money listens to your words. It feels your emotions. When you speak lack, it hides. When you speak abundance, it approaches. When you complain about it, it withdraws. But when you command it with authority, gratitude, and belief, it obeys. Instantly. Now let's get practical for a moment. You might say, "All right, that sounds lovely, but what does it mean to command the spirit of money? How do I actually do that?" I'm glad you asked. Because commanding doesn't mean yelling at your wallet or giving motivational speeches to your bank app. It's an inner science, a harmony between your thoughts, words, and vibration. Think of it this way. The universe is a giant mirror. It doesn't give you what you want, it gives you what you are. So if deep down you believe money is scarce, difficult, or dirty, that's the reflection you'll see. But if you shift that belief and start declaring, "Money flows to me easily. I am aligned with wealth. I am a magnet for prosperity," the universe begins to mirror those commands. It's not superstition, it's resonance. You're a frequency tower, constantly broadcasting signals. Every thought about money, whether fear or faith, sends a message to the invisible field around you. And the field doesn't argue, it just matches. So when you say, "I never have enough," the universe nods and says, "As you wish." But when you say, "Money loves to stay with me," it smiles and says, "Coming right up." Let me tell you a little secret. The universe isn't stingy. It's not rationing blessings like a tight-fisted accountant. There's infinite supply. But most people keep their receiver jammed with static fear, doubt, guilt, resentment. These emotional frequencies block the flow, and then they wonder why money won't show up. So how do we fix that? How do we clear the static so money can finally find us? Step 1. Change your inner conversation. From this day forward, catch every negative thought about money and flip it. If your mind says, "I can't afford that," immediately reply, "I'm grateful money is coming to me to cover that." If your heart says, "I'm broke," replace it with, "I am temporarily between millions." Humor helps, it lightens your vibration, because you can't command wealth from the energy of worry. Step 2. Respect money. Yes, even that crumpled note hiding in your jeans pocket. Treat every coin and bill with gratitude. When you spend, say, "Thank you, money," for circulating and returning multiplied. When you receive, whisper, "Welcome home." I know it sounds funny, but it works. Because gratitude multiplies everything it touches. It's a magnet that pulls in more of what you appreciate. Step 3. Visualize money as your loyal assistant, not your boss. Too many people give money authority over their emotions. They wake up happy if they have it, miserable if they don't. But when you see yourself as the commander, the one who directs where money goes, when it comes, and how it serves your purpose, you reclaim your power. Say to yourself, money works for me. I don't chase it. It follows me. Now, let's talk about the emotional tone you carry when you think about money, because that's the secret sauce. You can say all the affirmations in the world, but if you say them with fear, you're broadcasting lack. The words must match the energy. Imagine yourself as already wealthy, already provided for. Breathe that feeling. Walk like it. Think like it. Speak like it. The moment you feel abundant before the evidence appears, you magnetize the evidence to you. This isn't pretending. It's aligning. You're tuning your inner station to the frequency of wealth, so wealth can find your signal. Think of it like a radio. If you're tuned to the Lack FM channel, you can't receive Abundance 101. You must dial in. Commanding money begins with tuning yourself. And please remember, money is not the goal. It's the servant. You are not asking to worship it. You are commanding it to fulfill its purpose. Money's divine job is to circulate, to support creation, to express generosity. When you align your intentions with good, when your desire for money is to do something meaningful, to expand joy, to bless others, the flow becomes unstoppable. Because now you're not just attracting money for ego, you're attracting it for purpose. And the universe loves purpose. Let me give you a small example. Years ago, a woman once told me she was struggling financially. She had every bill imaginable, a leaky roof, and a tired spirit. She said, "I've prayed, I've cried, I've begged the universe, but money still won't come." I smiled and asked her one question. "Have you commanded it?" She blinked. "Commanded? You mean told it what to do?" I said yes. She laughed nervously but agreed to try. I told her to stand in her room, close her eyes, and speak as if she were addressing a loyal but invisible servant. She said, "Money, I command you to obey me. I am your master, not your victim. Flow to me now, easily, freely, abundantly, and stay where I place you." She felt silly at first, but something shifted in her energy. Within a week, she received an unexpected refund from a company she'd long forgotten. Then a new client reached out with a big order. Then her cousin offered to fix her roof for free. Coincidence? Maybe. But I've seen too many of these coincidences to call them random. You see, the moment she stopped begging and started commanding, the universe rearranged itself to obey her vibration. That's the power you carry when you align with authority. But let me pause and say this. Commanding is not arrogance. It's spiritual confidence. It's knowing that abundance is your birthright, not a luxury for a chosen few. It's realizing you're not at the mercy of the economy, your salary, or luck. You're connected to an infinite source that responds to your consciousness. When you command with love, gratitude, and clarity, not fear or greed, you activate the universal law of supply. Let's get real. You've probably been taught your whole life to work hard for money. And yes, work matters. But if hard work alone made people rich, every laborer on earth would be a millionaire. It's not about sweat, it's about vibration. Two people can do the same job, but one earns more because of their energy. They expect abundance, so abundance finds them. That's why the next step is expectation. Expect money. Don't hope for it, expect it. Wake up and say, something financially wonderful is on its way to me today. Keep your heart open, because sometimes the universe delivers not through a paycheck, but through an idea, a connection, or an opportunity. Expectation opens the gate for delivery. And here's a fun trick. Speak to money like it's a person who deeply loves you. Say, "Money, you adore me, don't you? You can't resist coming to me." Laugh while you say it, because humor dissolves fear, and fear is the biggest wall between you and abundance. Now let's address the elephant in the room, guilt. Many people feel guilty about wanting more money. They think it's greedy, selfish, or unspiritual, but that's false. Wanting money is not evil. Worshipping it is. Money is simply energy neutral until you assign it purpose. When you use it to bless others, to create beauty, to lift lives, it becomes holy. You were never meant to struggle endlessly just to survive. You were meant to thrive and circulate abundance like a living river. So, if you've ever said, "I just want enough to get by," stop right there. That's not humility. That's limitation in disguise. The universe doesn't respond to small prayers, it responds to faith-filled declarations. Declare boldly, "I am open to unlimited wealth. Money flows through me as a force for good." If your mind argues, "But I don't see it yet," remember the unseen always precedes the seen. You don't plant a seed today and dig it up tomorrow to check if it's growing. You trust the process. The same principle applies here. Command it, believe it, and act like it's already done. That's faith in action. Let's make it even simpler. Tonight, before you sleep, take a deep breath and affirm, "Money, I command you to come to me in perfect ways, under grace and with ease. I am a vessel of abundance. I am ready now." Feel it as truth. Fall asleep with that vibration, because the subconscious mind, your greatest servant, obeys what it hears last before you sleep. And tomorrow morning, when you wake up, act like someone who's already wealthy in spirit. Walk with assurance. Be generous with compliments. Radiate gratitude. The spirit of money loves cheerful energy. It's attracted to joy, like bees to honey. Because here's the magic secret that few people ever understand. Money doesn't come to effort alone. It comes to alignment. You don't chase it, you align with it. You don't beg it, you become it. Now that you've started to awaken your inner authority, let's take it even deeper. Because commanding the spirit of money isn't just about saying pretty affirmations, it's about becoming the kind of person money wants to obey. Think of money like a loyal but sensitive pet. It senses your energy. If you approach it with anxiety, it runs. If you approach it with confidence and calm assurance, it sits right beside you. You can't be begging on one hand and expecting miracles on the other. Begging says, "I don't have." Commanding says, "It's already mine." And the universe only knows one truth, what you believe. So if you keep saying, "I'm waiting for money," you'll keep waiting. But when you say, "Money is already in my field, and I'm calling it into visible form," you pull it from the invisible to the tangible. That's not wishful thinking, it's quantum law. Let's talk about a very practical issue, fear of spending. Some people grip money so tightly that it can't breathe. They hoard out of fear and call it saving. They think, "If I hold on, I'll be safe." But money doesn't flow to fear, it flows through faith. When you spend with anxiety, you block the return. But when you spend with gratitude and expectation of return, you circulate energy. Remember, what you give out returns multiplied. So, next time you pay a bill, instead of sighing and saying, "There goes my money," say, "Thank you, money, for doing your good work." You'll come back multiplied. That single sentence changes the vibration. You stop acting like a victim and start acting like a commander. Here's another thing that keeps money away: resentment. If you envy others for their wealth, you're unconsciously pushing yours away. The energy of jealousy says, "They have it, so I can't." But the energy of admiration says, "They have it, which means it's possible for me too." Big difference. Every time you see someone succeed, bless them. Say, "What the universe did for them, it can do for me tenfold." The moment you bless another's wealth, you signal that you're ready for your own. And you might be wondering, okay, this all sounds empowering, but how do I apply it in my daily routine? Let me show you a simple 3-step daily command practice that can shift your energy immediately. Step 1, morning command. When you wake up, before you touch your phone or brush your teeth, declare out loud, "Money, today you obey my voice. You find me in perfect ways. I am a magnet to all forms of wealth." Then visualize yourself smiling as blessings reach you throughout the day. An idea, a payment, a compliment, an opportunity. Keep that energy all morning. Step 2, midday gratitude. Around noon, take a short pause. Whisper, "Thank you. money for the ways you're already showing up. Even if you haven't received a dime that day, gratitude activates the vibration of reception. You're basically saying, I trust the process. Step 3, nightly alignment. Before bed, place your hand on your heart and say, money flows to me easily, peacefully, and constantly. I rest knowing I am provided for. Then drift to sleep with the feeling of wealth wrapping around you like a blanket. You see, commanding money is not about being forceful, it's about being consistent. You can't shout at the ocean and expect a wave, but you can align with the tide. The tide always returns. So does money when you respect its rhythm. Now let's be honest, some days you'll feel low. You'll have moments where the bills pile up and you'll think, maybe this doesn't work. That's okay. The key is not to deny what you feel, but to redirect it. Instead of saying, I'm broke, say, my abundance is simply rearranging itself. Instead of, I can't afford this, say, the funds for this are on their way. Words shape worlds. Keep your words aligned with faith, not fear. And here's something that will make you smile. Money loves happy people. Truly, when you laugh, dance, or feel joyful, your energy opens up. The spirit of money feels invited. You know those moments when you're carefree, maybe singing in your car or joking with a friend, and then you suddenly get an unexpected credit alert or a client message? That's not coincidence. That's your open energy field attracting flow. So dance when you're broke. Laugh when you're waiting. Declare abundance when you're down to your last note. That's how you confuse scarcity and invite miracles, because the universe loves bold, joyful faith. And while we're talking about flow, let's address giving. Many people misunderstand this law. They think giving means losing, but in truth, giving is commanding. Every time you give, whether it's money, time, kindness, you're saying to the universe, I have more than enough. And the universe responds, indeed, you do. The key is to give with joy, not fear. Give only what feels aligned. Give like a king, not a beggar. When you give with the energy of royalty, you receive with the energy of grace. Let's talk about one last hidden barrier, self-worth. If deep down you don't feel worthy of wealth, no amount of affirmation will stick. You'll keep sabotaging it. You'll attract opportunities and then find ways to lose them. Because your inner thermostat will always pull you back to what feels normal. The solution is to reprogram your worthiness. Start saying daily, I am worthy of wealth. I am safe having money. I am trusted with abundance. And when guilt or doubt creeps in, replace it with love. Because love dissolves resistance faster than logic ever could. You deserve to live well. You deserve to wake up in a peaceful home, eat good food, travel where you desire, and bless others freely. That's not greed, it's grace. When you prosper, you prove that light wins over lack. Here's a truth I've learned over and over. Money obeys certainty. The more certain you are of your command, the faster it responds. That's why indecision is dangerous. It sends mixed signals. One moment you're saying, I want wealth, and the next you're doubting, maybe it's not for me. The universe doesn't know which instruction to follow, so it waits. But when you stand firm and declare, I am abundant and everything I need comes to me now, heaven and earth align to make it so. Now, I want to challenge you today. After watching this, do one bold act of command. Write a note that says, Money, I command you to obey me instantly. Come to me now, through channels known and unknown, in ways that surprise and delight me. Read it out loud with confidence. Place it somewhere you'll see daily, and watch how opportunities start to move toward you. If fear whispers, this is silly, smile and reply, maybe, but my faith is powerful. Fear can't survive humor. That's why laughing at your own worries is one of the most spiritual things you can do. Commanding money isn't magic. It's alignment. It's not greed. It's gratitude. It's the art of remembering who you are, a divine being with authority over matter. Money is matter, and matter must obey spirit. When your spirit is clear, calm, and confident, everything physical follows. Now breathe. Feel that quiet confidence rise in your chest. That's the energy of command. Speak to the spirit of money now, even softly. You are welcome here. You belong with me. You move through me easily. I am the commander of abundance. Say it until it feels natural. Then act from that place. Take inspired steps. Follow up on ideas. Answer that call. Send that email. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Move with faith. Money loves movement. The faster you act on inspiration, the faster it flows. So here's your call to action. Try one thing from this message today. Just one. Maybe it's changing your words, maybe writing your command note, or simply paying a bill with gratitude. Whatever it is, do it with full belief that the universe is listening and responding instantly. Then come back and share what happens. The more you declare it, the more you inspire others to claim their command too. Remember, your life doesn't change when you get money. It changes when you change your relationship with it. You were never meant to chase money. You were meant to attract it, command it, guide it. The moment you understand that, you stop running after abundance and start walking with it. So let this be your declaration from now on. Money obeys me. It serves my highest good. It arrives easily and stays faithfully. Keep that on your lips, in your heart, and in your energy. And soon, the spirit of money will treat you like its favorite human, because it is. Now, if this message resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to remember their power. Leave a comment about the command you're making today. Let's fill this space with faith-filled declarations. And if you haven't yet, subscribe for more messages like this, because your abundance journey is just beginning. The spirit of money is listening. Speak with authority, act with gratitude, and watch it obey instantly.